Yo, what's up, guys? Jruzz here, and welcome to yet another episode of Jruzz Inspires Podcast. Bro, Max,
Yes.
can I show you something?
Yeah, let's go.
Look at this, man. Look at this.
What is that?
Bro, look at this, bro.
Yo, that's nice. Red, black.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's made of one of my follower. It's one of his acrylic work, and
Nice.
he made specifically for my podcast. Yeah?
Amazing.
Amazing, right?
You have some nice followers. I wish I had some followers like that.
Maybe I can help you connect with him, bro.
I hope so. Hey, if you see this, I'm here.
Yeah, so amazing work, and we're giving away. We're giving away one of
Awesome.
this. No, actually, we're giving away. So any one of you can win one of this. So you can when you win, you can choose whatever design you want, and
Perfect.
my follower, can make it for you.
Perfect.
right?
Perfect.
And for the mechanics,
Yeah.
Okay, for the mechanics, let's make it simple. So follow me, Jruzz Inspires, and follow Max. And in the comment section, I don't know.
I was thinking, maybe, well, just tell us the best place for chicken biryani, okay? I think I heard this before. but
Yeah.
Chicken biryani, all right?
Yeah.
Best place for chicken biryani wins an amazing sandwich like this.
Yeah, so simple. Follow me, Jruzz Inspires, Max the Sensei, and comment the best biryani spot here in Dubai.
Yeah, we're gonna go try it. We're gonna go try it, and you're gonna win this.
Yeah.
What happened, Jay? What happened? What's going on? What's happening?
So, we recorded an entire episode,
Did we?
55 minutes.
Ooh, what happened?
I figured at the end, after we did some, hey, thank you so much for, I figured that your camera, wasn't recording.
Oopsie. Oopsie. Take two.
This is take two.
Take two. Let's go.
Yeah, but I appreciate this guy.
My brother, man.
Guys,
Don't worry, my brother.
please welcome my guest for today, Max the Sensei, bro.
go.
Welcome.
Woohoo. Thanks for having me, bro.
So,
Thank you for having me.
How are you, man?
Good.
Man,
Doing awesome.
This is the first time we actually had this conversation.
It's the second time because it's the second take, but
We met
No,
once before, but we
it's true.
got a chance to talk for like 10 seconds.
It's true. Yeah, it's the first time, and I really appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah.
And I want to say mabruk for what you're doing because
Yeah.
this honestly what you're doing is amazing,
so much.
and you're the only one that I know that's doing it the way you're doing it.
Thank you so much, bro.
Amazing setup,
Yeah.
amazing guest. I wish you all the best. Hopefully,
Sure.
guys, let's make them go crazy.
Woo! Woo!
Subscribe.
All right, so topic for today.
Yes.
This is special for me. As I told you, when I first conceptualized this podcast, the goal of this podcast is to inspire people, not just people, creators, And one topic that is very close to me is humor. Like as you
Yes.
guys know, I put a lot of humor stuff. Now, my first thought when I came up with this podcast was like, I need to create a topic, make a topic for humor content.
Yes.
And there's only one man, one creator, which is one of the funniest guy on my list. Like
That's impossible.
So, no,
That's not true.
no. So like I said, I will make a humor content topic, and then I will invite Max. And thank you so much for.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you so much.
much.
Thank you for making me come here.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it, bro.
No, I mean it's good. So yeah, topic for today is about creating humor content. Bro, first of all, I want to know more about you.
Sure.
Like, see, this is the first time we had a proper conversation.
Yes.
I mean, the second take. But
Second take,
The
but
first time,
first time.
First time, yeah. So I wanna know more about you before the humor content and before because you do also some crazy video editing. Like, bro, before that, can you give us a brief introduction about who Max is?
This time I'll keep it brief, all right? Because last time, man, I kept going.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm Moldovan. I'm from Moldova, a little country in Eastern Europe, in between Romania and Ukraine. I've lived in Istanbul for 7 years. Then I moved here.
Wow.
Lived here for 10 years. Before becoming a content creator, videographer, I used to work at Gap Store as a sales advisor. Then I moved to Apple Store as a creative pro, teaching people how to shoot on iPhones, how to edit, doing photo walks around downtown for Apple and stuff like that. Then,
Wow, Apple, bro.
yeah.
That's everyone's dream, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are willing to
Yeah.
exchange their career now.
It's a big opportunity to work for Apple, to be honest, because you get to develop and learn so many things. Like as a person, as a individual. So after that, I worked full time for an agency, Arabian Radio Network, as a full time videographer.
No way.
Yeah.
ARN.
Aaron, yeah,
Aaron,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
Tag 91.1, right?
Yes.
Aaron. Oh, you know that. You know
Yes,
that. Bluebird, you know Bluebird.
I shot all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were the in-house
Okay. Good to
creators
hear.
at ARN,
Oh,
and we had some, outside clients as well that
Yeah.
we take care of, Miras primarily.
yeah.
And after that, yeah, COVID happened. I lost my job with the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
And yeah, since COVID, I've been doing freelance full time. I have my own clients. I work. Yeah, so this is me, Max.
Nice, nice. So yeah, so thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
Now, when did this? Let's talk about before the original topic, the humor content. Because I know you do a lot of video stuff too. I see your edits, bro. Just letting you know that I'm a huge fan of your
Appreciate
work.
that, bro.
Like for me, whenever you post something, like I was like, this guy is incredible. Like the way you spend time on editing those, the animations, the effects, the storytelling, especially.
Aywa.
Man, the educational part of it, like.
Aywa.
It's insane. Like how do you make time out of that? Like can you just give us insight? Like
Well, first off, Jay, thank you so much.
yeah.
He's being very kind. to
No,
me.
that's true, man.
No, I appreciate it. Look, you do photography. Like we've had this conversation just before we started rolling. You have photography, right? You're an amazing photographer. I look behind you. I see these amazing frames, right? If I were to tell you, wow, how are you doing this? This is so crazy. You tell me, man, this is what I do for a living. I mean, this is me. It's in my blood. So it's kind of the same with me. You mentioned, I'm doing stories. I put so much energy and time into it, but because I love it. It's like it's something that
For you, it's like spontaneous.
it's
Yeah.
not spontaneous. Obviously, it takes time. I'm not gonna be here saying, yeah, it's just snap of a finger and I have amazing stories. No, it does take time. It does take effort. But I love it. So I appreciate you saying amazing things to me. Really, thank you very much. But it's something that I do as a videographer for a living. It's something that you do as a photographer for a living. So some people might see it as wow. For us, it's like,
It's like normal. Yeah.
hey, I gotta pay the bills, I gotta pay the bills, baby.
So when did it start? Like you mentioned about like for example like your first camera. Like how did you end up being a freelancer? Yeah.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I was working as a sales advisor for Gap in Mall of the Emirates. If you ever gone to Gap in Mall of the Emirates, I used to work there for 3 years. That's where I met my wife there as well. So yeah, working 10 hours a day, 1 day off. Yeah, standing, running, attending to customers, trying to be polite all the time, smiling, pretending to love your job. Hi, how can I help you? You are looking for your size? Sure, I have it. Come this way. So in order to get away from all of that, I had to have an outlet to let my frustration, my work stress go. So I bought my first camera. It was a GoPro Hero 4, tiny little thing. Started to do photography with that on the side, never getting paid for that. It was just a hobby, something that I love to do. And then when I moved to Apple, obviously they noticed that I love photography, I love video, so they allowed me to become a creative pro. So I started teaching people how to shoot on iPhone, how to edit. We would do photo walks. And then when I finally moved to ARN, MPN, one of their media agencies, I fully transitioned to a professional camera. Before that, I was a Nikon premium member here in UAE, so I would get my first DSLR camera was a Nikon Cam D850 that they rented. So
Like most of us.
yeah, so completely fell in love with shooting, but it started with me trying to get away from the stress, trying to find an
I think
outlet.
most creators.
Yeah.
Artists.
Artist.
Been there,
yeah,
bro.
I'm not an artist, but you know what I mean. It's like
We're artists too, bro. We're considered artists. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I'm more of a camera mechanic,
Camera mechanic. Okay.
but
More
yeah.
the technical.
Yeah,
side.
I'm very technical. I love
Yeah.
tech. I love to get in the weeds. But yeah, it was a way for me to get away from stress and just relax and take my mind away from work.
Yeah. And I wanna give a shout out because this guy, I didn't know that this guy won the competition for Nikon, the MG car competition. Wow, that's insane, bro.
That's crazy. Woohoo!
Mabruk, man.
Shukran.
Yeah, so I
Competition winner. Woohoo!
yeah, I mean that's insane, bro.
I wanted to do that. Okay. Whew, I'm happy now.
I mean that's insane. Like I mean, you mentioned this in the first take.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dubai. Can you do it again?
Sure. So the story I was telling is, my wife and I, we had to sell our car that we previously bought because some reasons, and then I couldn't get a loan to buy a new car because I'm a freelancer. So as a freelancer, you don't really get loans,
Yes.
unfortunately. So obviously, I don't have 70,000-80,000 dirhams
To just one.
put it on the
Ah,
in one take, right? So
Most creators doesn't have that.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's true, right? So for 1 year, I had to rent a small little Chevrolet Spark, and just drive for 1 year, pay 1,600 a month for rent.
That's insane,
With
man.
that money, I could have bought 2 cars if I had a loan. Go to work with that car, go to shoots, carry heavy gear, sway on Sheikh Zayed Road because you're so tiny. Any little gust of wind will push you into the desert.
It takes 10 seconds for you to.
Yeah, you're out rolling, like parata, Yeah. But I got it. But yeah, so I've done that for 1 year, and then I realized 2 years ago, I guess, I saw Nikon and MG car motor had a competition wherein you had to shoot a video for their car. They would give you a car.
Yeah.
So the MG would give you a car, Nikon would give you the camera and the lens. 3 days shoot, edit, deliver. So
That's
my
such
wife,
a flex,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Such a
My
flex,
wife
man.
was driving. My friend was helping me with the other car. I shot, I edited, fingers crossed, and won the car. It's
And
crazy.
you're saying something about Dubai. Dubai having.
Yeah. So I was saying this last time, but I wanna emphasize this again. Like, imagine any other place in the world where you have a chance as a creator, photographer, videographer, whatever, as a creator to win a freaking car in a competition. Tell me one more place in the world where they have competitions where you can win a car. And I will tell you something crazier. This year, there's a competition for photography where you can win a house.
Which one?
Wait, you didn't know about that?
Wait. I'm heading off. Bye, guys.
You didn't know about
I'm going to join man. House?
You didn't know about that?
Bingati?
Benghazi.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
gosh.
Benghazi, man.
A house, man. Man, this is Dubai.
You want to win a car? You want to win a house? Come to
Dubai, man.
Habibi.
Habibi,
Come to Dubai. But seriously, name me another place in the world where you have a chance to practice your skills.
Show your talent.
Your talent, use your
Yeah.
talent, and win a freaking car, win a freaking house, win a camera, win whatever. Like, name me another place.
Not in the Philippines.
Not in my country.
Yeah. So I mean,
Crazy.
man, Dubai, man, they're just I don't know, man.
No, seriously, look, we're being funny, but honestly, it's out of this world. Honestly, like, it's so crazy. You win a house, first place. You win second place, Benghazi. You win a car. Like, this is insane. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. That's a huge achievement, bro. Winning a
Thank
car.
you.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's go to the main topic for today, which is humor. As I've said, this topic is very special to me, and only Max, I believe, is the perfect guy for this. You know, I've been following him for quite a while now, and I always find your content very fun.
My brother. I could say the exact same about you. Imagine you doing the how to get rich as a photographer. Remember that?
That one, yes.
Remember that? I was laughing my ass off. Honestly, having humor is a means of letting go. Having humor, creating humor content is a means of expressing yourself, So I appreciate you saying that.
Cool.
And I want to say the same thing about you.
Yeah.
Very funny photographer.
Thank you so much, bro.
My brother.
So okay, so let's start with this question. So how do you? I wanna touch on your creative process. Like whenever you have skits, like how do you conceptualize it? Where do you get like ideas or inspiration? Like I wanna hear your side.
Well, there are two ways, right? Like one way is obviously to scroll through Instagram, TikTok, and see what clicks with you, see what you like. On the toilet, obviously. This is where you do it. The research is done on the toilet. All of my client research is done on the toilet also, but don't tell them that, okay? So number one. Don't tell them that. All right. So number one, yeah, you do your research
Yeah.
on social media, and if you see something that clicks, obviously send it to yourself, save it, right, so you have it for later. Number two is look into what makes your life, what's happening in your life, right? Because sometimes you will have a situation in your life that can turn into a funny little skit. So the stories that we do, how to get rich as a photographer.
Yes,
Obviously, this is something coming from your life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, right? Because you're a struggling, freelancer. I'm a struggling
as we
freelancer.
all do.
As we all are, right? So sometimes, ideas come from personal life. Sometimes come from sitting on a toilet, watching, scrolling TikTok. That's the secret.
Yeah, man, I really like the style. The
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, all the story. There's a story behind it. Like that's what I like about your skits. Like
Yeah.
it's not just. It's not just like 5-8 seconds. Man, there's an actual storytelling behind it, which is amazing.
Appreciate it. Look, like I mentioned before, right? I think comedy
Yeah.
is the highest form of storytelling, the highest and the hardest, right?
That's it, bro. That's it.
Right.
You know how many times I've been thinking about that. I just don't have anyone to talk about it because I don't have much people who do humor content around me. But since you said that, man, that's
it's
good. That's true.
it is
100%
true, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's all about the setup, the build up, and delivering the punchline, right? So it is knowing how to tell that story in the most concise, impactful way, right? It's like doing a little magic trick, right? You're leading the audience to a certain point where they don't know what's going to happen. Boom, the punchline happens. Everyone is laughing. Everyone is smiling. So comedy is, it's the highest form of
Yeah.
storytelling.
I
The
agree.
most compact and impactful, I think.
Yeah, and can you go through me some of your skits? Like you had these different characters, which actually you brought some.
Yes.
Can I get it? Where's it? Where's it?
It's right there.
Okay.
I have a bunch of wigs. Don't judge me harshly.
Bro, how
Don't
many
judge
of this you brought, man?
These are not all. I brought some. These are not all. All right. I still have another bag just like this at home. Another full bag just like this with wigs and masks. Yeah.
Can we try those?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. You get the blondie one. I'll get the black one.
Which character is this? Which character?
Which what?
Which character is this?
What's
This one. Which
Character? Sorry. Yeah. It's the sexy client.
sexy client?
That's the sexy client.
Is that the cashier one?
No, this is the accountant.
Oh gosh!
This is the client's accountant. Okay.
I think I'm going to get canceled this episode, man.
We're gonna both get canceled. All right. All right. So I heard that you need your money. Okay. As an accountant, I can tell you we will pay you within 3 months. You give us the product today. In 3 months, you get your money.
This wigs represents different characters, which is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
That's how you differentiate
Yeah.
characters
Yeah.
in your skits, which is nice, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You want to tell a story?
You gotta pay the bills.
Gotta pay the bills. You know what I mean? Gotta pay the bills. But yeah, look, if you want to tell us, everyone has a different style of storytelling, right? So for me, yeah, why not put some wigs, be silly, and tell the story, So it's getting hot. Let's get
Let's remove it.
Whew, they're very hot.
Woo, man, I don't think I will ever put wigs in one of my contents, but maybe when we collab, bro, maybe
Yeah.
we do collaboration. Maybe we can do something
Why not?
like this. Yeah,
Why not?
amazing.
Why not?
Yeah. So okay. So see, there's a lot of creators out there or people with sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's one of the common trait of human is being funny.
Yeah.
Now, if there's anyone out there who they know they're funny, but they don't know how to transform it on media. Like, is there any advices that you could give to these creators, to these people?
Yeah. Well, look, my first advice would be if you find comedy interesting on social media, and if you feel like you would like to do it, do it.
Yeah.
If you just find comedy funny because it's funny to watch and have a good time, don't force yourself to doing it just because you have to do it. Don't force it. Never force it. That would be number one. Number two, if you want to replicate a certain style, all right, get your favorite content creator, comedy content creator, screen record their video. I'll give you some
That's interesting.
insider techniques, okay? Screen record their video, all right? Either on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Put it in your timeline, in your editor. It could be whatever timeline you have.
No way.
Premiere, Final Cut,
Yeah.
CapCut, whatever. And follow the cuts, all right? Watch it over and over and over and follow the cuts. Find where the cuts are and make a cut.
Wow.
Make a cut. So basically what you're doing, you're reverse engineering the video, all right?
Never thought
so,
of it, bro.
Yeah, it's a common practice, to be honest. It's nothing super secret, but you reverse engineer the video. Why do you do that? Just to see how many cuts it takes, even. How many angles does it take, even? Is there characters? Is there music? How did he do it? What? You have to get into the weeds of it, right? Because just having an idea is one thing. Executing is another thing. So it's in the execution part of it that everyone suffers, right? So reverse engineer it. See how many cuts it has. Why does it make the video look and sound funny, right? This is where you're going to find it. That would be the secret. That's in those cuts that you make, you will see the secret sauce. You'll understand, okay, the setup is 5 seconds, the payoff is 12 seconds, whatever, right? Because you see it physically, the numbers, you see it. So reverse engineer and practice, practice, practice. Watch your best favorite, stand-up comedians. Study their comedy, study their skits, because stand-up comedians, not only on TikTok, but legacy stand-up comedians, right, on Netflix, they have been doing this for years. And just like I said, making comedy skits is the highest form of storytelling, the hardest form of storytelling, right? So these people have been doing it for years. They have their different styles, they have their different ways of delivery, but study them, because they all go back to the same thing, storytelling at the base of it. Learn storytelling. You have your phone in your pocket. Give it a try, give it 2 tries, give it a crack, make mistakes. You're not going to be funny for the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 videos. On the 11th video, you're gonna crack it up.
That's a great tip. Screen record and put it
on
editor.
For sure.
I never thought about it. Like, man, that's one of the biggest thing that I've learned in my podcast so far.
But it doesn't only. It's not necessarily applied only to
it works
comedy
in everything.
Yeah,
like travel, vlog,
music video. Look, anything. Podcast, whatever, you study the cut, learn the cut of that specific genre. Reverse engineer it, cut it yourself, see where the cut is. And
I think because your background, you're more of a video tech, compared to me, more in photography. So that's a huge advice, man.
I mean, this is what we do in the industry. I mean, that's the only way to do it, right? Because you're working with frames, you're working with video. Find the frame, find the cut, find the speed ramp, whatever it is, and study it.
So for me, my advice, if there's anyone out there who wants to create humor, my biggest advice is try to be comfortable, because there's a lot of people. Like I've met so many people that they're very funny in real life, like in person, they're so funny. But once they hold the camera, once the video starts, man, they just change character, they change their tone, change their voice. I don't know why, but it's just part of learning. So my advice is try to be comfortable with the camera. What you are in real life, try to adapt it on camera. Like me, if you will see me in person and my skit on Instagram, I'm the same thing. So there's something that needs you to understand. You need to learn how to be comfortable.
Yes,
and it takes practice, like you said. You need to practice a lot of.
But I'm gonna push back a little bit. I might be the first one to push back on him. Okay. So I'll push back a little bit. Okay. So I do appreciate what you're saying, that get comfortable and try to replicate who you are in real life in your skit. Amazing if you can do it.
Yes.
Amazing if a lot of people can't.
Not everyone can. Yes.
That's why buy a freaking wig, play a character. It works. I don't wear wigs in my real life, right? I am not the funniest guy in my real life. But if you want to do funny, comedy skits, there's some other ways. You don't necessarily have to replicate who you are in real life on camera. Because again, in real life, you might not be comfortable on camera, right? And the moment you put the camera in front of you, you're not comfortable. So play a character, go into that mind space, in that head space wherein you get to be comfortable. Play someone else, right? You don't have to be playing yourself all the time.
Yeah.
So
And there's so many styles of
absolutely,
comedy.
yeah.
Right?
You don't even have to talk. Like the one that you did with the ski mask.
Yeah.
It's
How
just
to become richer photographer.
how to become a very
Yeah, that's something that I've been doing these days, and I feel like it actually works. Like because the
Better.
thing is, it spreads out even further. Like
true.
it goes to different countries that I'd never heard of.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
seriously, like it goes to Japan, to Korea,
Yeah.
to I don't know, man, insane, and everyone can
relate.
you know?
Yeah, because again, yeah, it's the form, right? If you want to talk in front of the camera, it might be really hard for you to do. If you want to do comedy, maybe you cannot play, you cannot act. It's fine. Don't beat yourself up, right? What you can do is just hold a piece of paper, write a little message, whatever it is, or put a text on top. You know, TikTokers do that a lot. And boom, have your little story. Set up, payoff. That's the trick. That's the magic trick. You don't have to go crazy. Set up, payoff. Set up, payoff. That's it. That's the 2 elements. You need to know these. Do whatever.
And there's one thing that we have in common in our skits. Like you mentioned that word before. It's being relatable.
Yeah,
It has to be relatable, at least for our content.
Yeah,
like my contents, I truly relate to those.
Yeah. Whatever genre it is, you know, because there are a lot of, you know, there are a couple, there are families that do skits, you know, couple skits, you know. So if it's relatable to a lot of people who are married or people with kids or dogs or whatever, you know. So be relatable, definitely. Think of what problems you're going through and how you can make a funny skit out of it. Because if you're going through some problems, everyone is going through the same problems.
Yeah.
So everyone can relate, right? We don't get paid on time as freelancers, right? We make skits about that. We are begging for our money.
We never get rich.
We never get rich. You know, why are we doing this?
No one gets rich.
No one gets rich, right? So this is something that we relate to, right? So yeah, create skits that, you know, your audience or some audience can come and relate to it.
Yeah, if there's any, like the biggest advice is try to do something relatable.
Absolutely, yeah.
Since you mentioned about the problems, I want to talk about the darker side of humor. So, like you mentioned before, you mentioned that comedians are actually one of the saddest people.
Yeah. Well, look, it's comedy. What is comedy, right? It's, if you think about it, it's an outlet to let go, to express yourself, rather, right? It's a way for you to put the feelings that you have inside. It's a way to mask most of the time, right? You're masking something that you hold inside, but it's a way to let go in a comedic, funny, relatable way. So comedians are the saddest people on earth. Probably because they're masking it with, they're masking their pain or whatever they go through laughter, right?
True.
But it's also good. Laughter is also good because it's a way to release, you know, the stress, the pain. Whatever.
And it means those comedians or us are actually one of the strongest as well. Like imagine going through shit most of the time, and we still manage to give people laugh, you know, and inspiration. That's a different level of courageousness, man.
That is true. That is true. Like, look, not to beat our own horse, but you know, if you don't get paid on time to pay your rent, you know, as freelancers, you know what I mean. If you chase your money all the time. And then you still go and do it, still go deliver, still go shoot, regardless, no matter what. And not even that, you put yourself on camera and record and shoot. You know, like it
despite
takes
all the bullshit that's going
despite all the stuff that's going on, right? Like
hard,
people, you know, people think like, content creators, whatever the hell this is, content creation. But you know, there's a certain way you need to be on camera. There's a certain way you need to deliver stuff, right? But going through all that you're going through, right, with clients not paying, with rent, with whatever, you know, all the stress of life, and you still keep doing, you still keep at it because you have to feed the algorithm. We're kicking ass, baby.
And I just want to share my personal experience, like that skit of how to become a regional photographer. When I first did that, I was like that's one of the down moment of my career. Like I was going through hell. You know, but still. You know, I still managed to come up with a skit that I basically became known for. You know.
Well, look, it's again right in your lowest point in life. You've come up with a way to release that suffering that pain, and you did it through,
Yeah.
a funny skit. Amazing.
Yeah.
Not many people do that, right?
Sure.
Not many people do that. Unfortunately, they choose different ways to do that. And it hurts themselves, it hurts others. So comedy is not only the highest form of storytelling. Comedy is a, healing force, right? It heals you, right? Like you release that pain through laughter, through comedy. So highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's really good for your soul.
Yeah, even this podcast, I shared the story to Max that I came up with this podcast because of something happened, which I won't tell the story right now. I'm planning to post a different a post about how they managed to get this happen, this podcast, but it also because of bad stuff went through like months back. So the struggle, I struggled a lot this past few months, and that's how this podcast
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, something else could have come out of that, right? Something bad could have come out of that. Yet here we are.
Yeah.
Something amazing.
Still,
right? So
despite of everything, I still managed to find a way, to inspire people, to support other creators.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's always my goal, man. That's always my goal.
And if I may,
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
share something. I haven't shared this before. Talking about inspiration, right? Regardless of where you are, there's always a way out. I'm going to give you a little example. When I used to work at Gap, or Apple for that matter, we used to work 10 hours a day, right? And we'd have one day off. So imagine every day, for 10 hours a day, you go and work, standing, working, hustling, helping customers, whatever. If you can do that for somebody, for your employer, right? If you can do that 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, 365 days a year for someone, you should be able to find 1 hour per day to do some shit for yourself.
Yes.
If you want to be a photographer, you want to be a videographer, an editor, whatever the hell, music, whatever you want to be. If you can do that, and newsflash, everyone in Dubai is doing that. We all came here to work. Nobody is sitting here and, raining money on us, right? We all came here to work. I know it. You know it. We all work here. So if you find yourself in a situation where, hey, I'm working at this 9-to-5 job, but I really have this passion in my heart that I want to be a photographer, I want to be a musician, I want to be YouTube, whatever. If you can do that for your employer every day, when you're sick, when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, you still go, you show up.
Yeah.
If you can do that for 8 hours, 10 hours a day for them, you can do that for 1 hour for you. And I'll tell you honestly, the biggest hurdle for all of us creators is that laziness. That's it. It is. I'm sorry to say. It's the
It happens.
It is, especially when you work full time, right?
Yes.
It's the tiredness, the laziness, the mental exhaustion. But again, you're doing it for someone for 10 hours. 1 hour a day, you can do it for yourself. Shoot, learn, edit, whatever, and you'll get better.
Let's talk about this laziness. Do you think we might disagree with this? Do you
Yes.
think laziness is part of creative process?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah. It's part. Yes. I've been saying that for a long time.
Whether you like it or not, it is.
It's part.
Especially when you're editing work for your client.
Yeah.
It's the biggest part, right? And laziness, again, it's connected with exhaustion, right? With fatigue, body, mental fatigue, right? It is just a place where you find yourself when you want to deliver something.
Yeah.
And you just can't do it.
Yeah.
It is just a big part of the creative process, right? Because it's only through that laziness, only through that fatigue that you find the strength to go back up. Once you hit the rock bottom, there's no more. That's it. That's the lowest point. The only way to go is up. So, you finish that edit, no matter, because you need to pay the bills. You finish that photo, you finish that shoot because you need to pay the bills. So laziness, huge part, not only of creative people, I think of all people that work.
Yeah.
Right? And you need to take a break and be lazy sometimes.
Yeah. And let's admit it, like there are some cases that laziness, that's where great ideas came from.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when I'm sitting on a toilet, okay, for hours. For hours. My wife hates me. for hours, right? This is where why? Because you're so peaceful, right? It's zen. It's you're free of everything, physically, right? You're free, like you know what I mean. So, in that lazy state where you don't think of anything, ideas come, you know,
Bro,
like in a dream.
no, just think of Isaac Newton.
Yeah,
Like
the
just
apple
lying
fell on his head. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, but that being said, look, don't just wait for inspiration to come. All right. If you're a photographer, videographer out there, editor, whatever, creative person, don't just wait sitting on a toilet like I do for inspiration, like we do. Don't just wait sitting on a toilet waiting for inspiration to come. Simple things, you know, you found a nice reel, a nice TikTok, save it, you know, for later. Just go have a folder, go back to it later, see what, oh, I like this video, I like the style, save it. Number two is actively seek inspiration, all right? Look at movies, look at media, look whatever. Actively look around to find that inspiration. It will never come hit you just like that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, 50-50. But you have to actively look for it, all right? So yeah, don't just sit on a toilet. That's what I'm gonna say to that.
Bro, I mean, I've learned a lot, bro. I've learned so much from you. I known you for a very short period of time.
brother.
But I'll give you 30 seconds or a minute, man. Just say anything. Promote yourself about your work, about your whatever you do, man. The floor is yours.
Guys, first of all, I'm gonna say please subscribe to Jay. Mr. J is the only Filipino guy in Dubai that has an amazing podcast, all right? Look, we take things for granted, right? But sometimes you have to realize what you see in front of you is amazing. Burj Khalifa is amazing. Burj Al Arab is amazing. We take it for granted because we live here. Jruzz is amazing, okay? Don't take him for granted, okay? Honestly, I'm not BSing, you know, not trying to just kiss your butt. Subscribe, support. He's the only guy that is trying to expand it, right? He's not just inviting, you know, Filipino guys, for example. You know, he's a guy who's trying to do more with the little he has. So please subscribe, support, like him, comment, and tell us the most amazing place to have chicken biryani.
And win the signage.
You win the signage,
bro.
yes.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
again,
Jay.
man, for me, it's about inspiring people, helping people. You know,
Jay,
content
for sure.
creators, man. That this is my goal in life. Yeah, bro.
For sure.
I mean, I can't top whatever you said. You said amazing stuff.
My brother, man.
Even though we had to do it twice.
We're doing it twice. It's fine.
We scrapped 55 minutes of episode one.
One thing I want to say before we close in, I said it before and I want to say it again. My friends, everyone who wants to be something in life, doesn't matter, photographer, videographer, whatever, cook, chef, whatever. Get out and do it, okay? Get out and do it.
Yes.
Simple as that. Get out and do it. Practice is the mother of all learning. And remember this, in a world, okay?
Wait.
In a world, in a world where you have so much information that's so readily available, so abundant, right? Everywhere. Being ignorant is a choice. Make the right choice. You want to learn something? You want to do something? It's all out there. It's all available. You don't even have to pay for it. Get out there and do it. That's it.
Bro, I can't top that.
My
Just want
brother.
to say thank you so much, man. Bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. Thank
My
you for
brother.
having me. I appreciate it.
Give me
I
a
hope we got the steak. I hope we got the steak.
hug.
Hugging.
Bro.
My brother.
Oh,
I hope we got the steak. Woohoo!
we did it. Thank you so much.
Take two. We did it. Woohoo!
Recording.
We got it.
Recording. Oh.